fuck? Okay, new day. It's been a couple days since I filmed the last thing, saying I'm going to think about it and whatnot. So I chilled out for a bit and thought about it and was like, well, if I have a bigger turbo and I'm here right now, what I'll do is if everything comes loose, I will do it. I will change the turbo. And, well, that's a sign right there. Before I bought the car, the head gasket was done, and this is not the stock 1Z turbo and manifold, so I got lucky. Everything came off, like, super easy. So I just went ahead and started doing a turbo swap. I got a couple changes I have to make to the, probably you'll see it, but the turbo drain is different, and I'm trying to work that out, so I got to pull the turbo back off to measure the bolt pattern essentially for it, so I can order one and get that sorted out. As I kind of said earlier, I thought the downpipe was different. I was wrong. I measured it incorrectly. It all works, so that's wicked. And then I just had to clock this housing a little different because it was pointed. It's a little loose right now, but it was pointed in the wrong spot. So this I can make work. I'm sure I could stretch it, but yeah, so since I'm going to be building a new return line, I figured I'll just probably build a new feed line, and that way it's not a solid pipe. It's a little bit more shit to do, but I think in the long run it'll be worth it. So yeah, gonna pull the turbo off, measure a couple things, and then I have to cut the intake manifold apart a little bit to get it to fit with everything. Because obviously I'm putting stuff from different cars onto different engines onto different engines. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to pull a turbo off and make sure I can measure everything up properly and order the right parts for the return line, and go from there. Okay, so turbo's off, it's right there. Measured that, it's 50 millimeters, 2 inches, so that's good to know. So I can order the flange. The one thing is, I'm kind of thinking I can get an extension for an AN fitting like that, but it's going to be really close, like super fucking close on the engine side. So I don't really know if I want to do that or if I want to go and do the short one. I would like to do the extension, but maybe I'll order it, and if it doesn't work, well then fuck, who cares. I'll probably use it on the other turbo I have for a different project. So yeah, now what I have to do is cut pretty much all of this out. Probably need to get rid of some of this ribbing. I'm gonna have to test fit everything, but I'm gonna lop these things off on both sides because they hit the old turbo, so I don't know if I have to go further now, but I'm gonna cut those off, and then I may have to knock out some of this rib here, or maybe some of this one, to clear the housing, because on the, yeah, like I said earlier, the 1.6 has a little like bump in the intake to help clear the turbo. So I don't know, I gotta hack it apart, and then oh yeah, and I also have to drill, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I also have to drill this out for, what the fuck did it go? Oh, there. Drill this and tap it to fit this in for the vacuum source for the ECU and the gauges and whatever else it's for. So yeah, that's gonna happen now, and we'll catch back up once I make some progress. Okay, so decided to go back with my original plan, was to drill and tap the EGR delete pipe instead, because that's more expensive. Even though I'm cutting that apart, that's a whole different story. Anyway, drilled and tapped this, got the old fitting in, so that's good. I'm gonna Loctite that so it doesn't move. It's almost fully tight there. So, I don't know, secure that in there. And then on to chopping this little section, or this little section. That would have been bad. Yeah, so this section, that comes off. I may not actually have to cut the ribbing out. This might be enough in here for the turbo to sit. So I'm going to cut these down first, then test it. And if I don't have to chop that, well then even better, because then that's less shit I had to cut off the manifold. But I'm going to do that and then start some test fitting. All right, well, got it all trimmed down, so it's pretty much flush. I got a little bit of a high spot there, but no big deal. That's not really the side I was too worried about, but it's all good. So I'm going to got a new gasket for it right there. So I think it's gonna time to go on for the last time. I'm not gonna clean it up or anything. It's gonna get right dirty, and that's the back side. Front side looks okay, but not all about looks with this car, clearly. But yeah, so gonna get the gasket out and get this thing installed, and then test fit the turbo, and hopefully I don't have to do any more work to the manifold, and then it's just kind of sort of smooth sailing, order some parts, make some lines and shit, and yeah, good to go. But we'll see. I'll put the intake on, test fit the turbo, and then I'll show you the results. Well, it's on. I put the coupler on for there. That's all in the right spot. But oh damn, is that ever a nice change. Hold on, I'll shed some light on the situation here. That is a nice change. So I had the original coupler that was from here before. I just hacked it down a bit and put it on there. I didn't want to clamp it too tight with this because it is plastic. So maybe in the future I will upgrade that eventually, but for now. But there's no turbo on it yet. However, I did test fit it and it fits, so we're golden. So that's the next step, is I'm going to order up all the stuff I need for the drain, and then I will need to get something sorted out for the feed because I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it. I'll give it a shot though, and if I can, cool. If not, I'll just make an AN line for it because we're doing upgrades, so what the hell. But anyway, I think that's going to be it. The next one will be the turbo going on, and the intercooler stuff. I got to order new stuff for the intake because now the inlet for the turbo is bigger, so the factory pipe's not going to work anymore, or the AAZ pipe's not going to work anymore, so I got to order some more stuff, but that's okay. I don't know when the next video of the Passat will be, but I think what's going to happen next is whatever's in this box here is going to be going into that engine right there. So I'm doing a little project for a friend, but I think probably get started on that next one. So like I said, I got to order a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, that's it for this one. I'm super fucking stoked on this, because that's going to be crazy with the new turbo and everything. And then I got, like I said, I got some other stuff on the way. But anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and the next one hopefully will be bolting on a turbo. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.